I just want to say shout out to the sheriff.
Shout out to
you
the
keep
sheriff.
covering that. Shout out to the sheriff. keep letting them know what those no jumper goons are doing.
Nah, for real, and I'm excited.
Well, we posted every Friday. See them corner emojis, then you know a nigga wild. I'm a jaded Gemini till the day I die, and I'ma talk my shit, but I don't play both sides. So nah.
Guys, it has finally happened. We have the no jumper Crip RICO
and Brick Baby, Big U, and you know 4 extras is locked up.
What?
The new cool dude, Crip Mac been locked up.
Yeah, Crip Mac been locked up.
And you know all of this, I know people are gonna, and I'm gonna say this quickly. This is all Adam's fault.
This is all Adam's fault, in my opinion. And
they can try to flip it, pussy pop, and twist all they want. The feds is gonna cite your podcast. Your podcast. It's my podcast.
It's my podcast. Yes.
It's my podcast. Your podcast in the Fed RICO. What's up, y'all? It's your favorite YouTube couple, not in the Fed RICO.
Not in the Fed RICO.
Back again, once again, top 5, top 10. And Adam done did it again, bro. You just continue to siphon and destroy every piece and portion of the black community that you can touch.
Yeah, and unlike his counterpart, Vlad TV and Trap Lord Ross, who pretty much like, what's the word for it? I guess praise themselves for being the ones to get certain criminals cased up with their own mouth.
Right, sure.
Usually, you know, Vlad over here, oh yeah, I got Keefe D locked up. He was on my platform snitching on himself. Trap Lord Ross does the same thing. Adam is trying to be on some, oh, well, I just do corn. I mean, it's a good thing all I do is corn. And I have nothing to do with this. You platform all these people. Multiple people in this picture right here have been on No Jumper. Recently, no. Literally like this week.
And I'm not saying that these niggas shouldn't be locked up. That's not what I'm saying at all. Because
right.
They saying now that the DA just reopened Nipsey's case.
I saw that.
Big U like was laughing. And
yeah.
all that, and then all the other stuff behind the scenes is kind of pointing to, you know, there might have been some 60 beef, which everybody already knew, right, to be honest. But the problem with Adam 22
is you got people that were on that list on your pod talking about they got more skulls than squabbles.
And when it's about somebody calling you a pedophile, you'll cut it out. But when it's about Brick Baby
having stuff on his hip, gang members, Wack 100 coming in there being a messy boots.
People fighting, people fighting. Shit, stuff, like you
don't blur nothing out.
But if somebody calls you a pedophile, you'll take it out. You'll cut it out.
Right.
So you or the house phone thing. When your homie's getting outed, you don't care to cut that.
You don't care, exactly. You don't care to blur his name out. You out him. So Adam is complicit, whether he wants to admit it or not. And he needs to change his podcast MO yesterday. Go back to having OnlyFans girls on there. Like, the whole gang member stuff is going to end in one way. And the problem with the culture vulture type is that y'all were not brought up watching these gangster movies, bruh. There's only 2 places you're gonna go. You could, even if you get the big house, the girls, the cars, there's 2 places you're gonna go at the end of the movie. Nigga? You ain't seen Belly. You ain't seen, like, bro.
Scarface.
I was about to say, you ain't seen Scarface. They even got white movies where this happens to people. That's why I'm really confused. Like,
I guess Casino, man. You could go,
maybe, yeah.
Maybe you might get away, bro.
You don't see how it all ends the same and that you're going to get wrapped up in it. And we're going to watch all the videos. Like Daniel said, the police, they have all types of stuff to say. Adam also came out and is responding to people saying that he is in cahoots with these people getting cased up. But my opinion, because I haven't seen nobody else saying it on here, bruh, the snitch, because everybody, who snitch? The snitch is the person that's not in jail right now.
The person that be doing the same extortion tactics, because that's what they say.
Like, what are we doing?
Because they were even getting on Meek Mill. They make a nigga buy their chain back. Come check in. My goon's gonna come rob your ass.
I knew he was about to get locked up last week. I told him to watch out. I told him they was looking at him. How do you know? How do you know?
How many niggas has Wack helped get their chain back?
Bruh.
Or who else was doing that? The nigga that was around Takeoff when he got killed. Them niggas. Mm-hmm. All of them niggas, the door is closing in, bro. All y'all niggas is cooked, bro.
Wack trying to call Big U a snitch. He's in jail. He's in there. How is he the snitch when he's locked up? Shoot, he even trying to call Brick Baby a snitch or an informant or whatever. He's in there. He's locked up.
And a broken clock right twice a day because they had Wack on the phone. Adam, oh, bro, why Trap Lord Ross sent me this video of you begging for your life from Big U's goons.
Yup.
I don't know about y'all. And then he's like, oh, yeah, kids is, once the kids, I was with my kids, now it's all off the...
Yeah,
don't hit him. He got kids with him. My apologies.
Yeah, bro.
You sounded like you told because niggas crossed the line on you.
Right.
You sounded like once all the politics is out the window, they really went out the window. But who would have a good reason to snitch other than the dude begging for his life around his kids?
That's what I'm saying. You're guaranteed safety.
And then you were hanging out with the other nigga 600 that was dry snitching constantly.
Bruh.
All right, bruh. I'm just saying.
That's what I'm saying. And it's like everybody be going to Wack for like the words of wisdom. Oh, what you know? Let's gather around the campfire and listen to Wack. Like, bruh, y'all really don't see how he is the snitch? He's literally Charleston White.
Calls coming in from inside
no,
the house,
seriously, bruh. He's Charleston White. Let's get into these damn videos.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I know y'all got a short attention span, some of y'all, but really think about the things we just said. Really let it sink in.
How can you be an informant and you still in jail? That don't make no damn sense. Unless you were already locked up, telling on somebody locked up.
For a shorter stint.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Now, that is but you're not really an informant at that point. Like, you're really like you're working with the state, like, for real. You're taking a plea at that
That's
point.
why I'm confused. So, what are you? Are you working with them boys or are you a gang member?
I don't know.
Because you're not a civilian, in my opinion. Like, you very much.
No, you're the biggest Pyru.
That's what I'm saying. How are you not in the RICO when you are one of them?
Nah, because this is the Crip RICO.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And honestly, Big U probably gonna start snitching on Wack. Fuck it.
Bro, Big U, we got Big U in the car. I'm gonna show you, bro. Big U turned himself in. And he was selling out about Wack on the way there. He's like, bro is a snitch. I was like, well, we'll see. We'll see.
Right now at 11, a big announcement from federal authorities about the Rollin' 60s neighborhood Crips gang in South LA.
Buka buka.
Detectives have arrested multiple people, and this morning they're still looking for others. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Annabelle Sedano. Let's get right to it. We have live team coverage of this breaking news. NBC4's Michelle Vyas is in Westwood with more on the arrest. But let's get started with Alex Rozier. He was at that press conference and joins us live from downtown LA. Alex.
Yeah, they talked a lot about a number of people in this press conference, but the main focus was on a man named Eugene Henley. The feds say he committed a series of racketeering crimes, including extortion, human trafficking, fraud, and the murder of a rapper in 2021. But this same man, Eugene Henley, is known throughout the Los Angeles community. He's been
robbery,
involved with
extortion, and all type of fuckery.
So the rapper they're talking about, I know for a fact, and we're going to look at clips. Adam 22 has grilled this man about on No Jumper.
Are you talking about the rapper who died and
who
then
got
this
murdered?
Nigga's fucking DNA was underneath
his DNA was underneath his fingernails.
And Wack was talking about it.
Mm-hmm. So saying you not involved is wild work, bro.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
No, for real.
Industry entrepreneur running a music label and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles, funding a South LA-based charity, developing options, which purports to help at-youth risk escape gang life and escape the perils of gangs in high-crime areas. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar.
Damn.
Eugene Henley, now considered a wanted fugitive. In the past, he's produced TV series. He has nearly 300,000 followers on Instagram, and he ran this charity. The feds say the charity received donations from celebrities, even government agencies, for what was described as charitable work. But the feds say he was still very involved in a much larger crime ring. And it wasn't just Henley that they're looking for. They've already made several arrests in connection with his alleged crimes.
Now, we know that people that are locked up can help the feds,
criminal
but again, that's copping pleas. What Wack is alluding to these niggas doing is like being like real deal confidential informant, working with the state ass niggas. And if you're that guy, when the dominoes fall down,
you gotta show up in court.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion. I feel like Wack is that guy. I feel like he is the dude who the feds tap in with to figure out what's going on in the streets. Where's the conflict at? Is there going to be a big drop of drugs? Like stuff like that.
But if they come get your ass, they need to flip you still.
Right.
You're not snitching if they come in to get your ass yet. You ain't snitching yet. Not yet. They wouldn't have came in. What the fuck did I got to come get you for? You're already telling.
Complaint are already in custody. The details of the alleged crimes were just released in dozens of pages of court documents that we are about to go through here. But the big headline right now is that Eugene Henley, a longtime self-proclaimed community activist.
Bro, cut his mic. Oh my gosh.
Terrible. You need Eric Avignon.
No, for real. My dog
off the fireball.
Somebody off the fireball.
Eric Avignon, man.
Where some of the members, the gang members from the Crips were brought to be processed. We just saw likely one of them being driven away, who will likely be in court this afternoon. This is a big day. This is where they're processed. Many of them still need to be processed to face those federal charges. A big day, but big agents need the Big Get, a.k.a. Big U, Eugene Henley, now a fugitive.
The Big Get. Y'all niggas
y'all need to stop smoking that grass out there and going to work.
Potent, boy.
Like, what?
I could do your job.
Mr. Bigette. Like, what are you talking about?
That sounded real good in her head, boy.
4 of the 19 defendants were already in custody, and 10 defendants were taken into custody in the last 24 hours.
Damn.
And while we're still seeking the whereabouts of 5 individuals, 3 of whom we believe we will have in custody shortly, 2 defendants are considered fugitives. They are Eugene Henley Jr., also known as Big U, and Brian Mejia.
Oh, he gone.
Yeah, he out. He went back to
Big
his
U,
motherland.
the Crip leader turned gang interventionist, who ran mafia-like enterprises, according to the feds. Developing Options was his nonprofit charity that was touted as helping gang members get out of the gang life. As we look live here, again, this is the federal building. You see the tents, you see the agents.
No jumper interview with Wack 100.
Yes.
You cannot be like, oh, I'm trying to help niggas out the gang life, while you go on the #1 gang banging podcast where niggas are still active members, actually still gang banging, and then you're not over here like, hey, brother, you need to get out the streets, brother.
You was just there.
Salami, eggs, and bacon.
This him turning himself in.
So they just raided all my houses. 600 was actually with the police when they raided my house. And he's actually got video and footage of it. So y'all know what y'all dealing with. And I just want to say this
was with the police when they was raiding the houses?
Really?
Because it's funny, Wack was like, I gave them niggas the drop. I told them niggas, who do you think?
Yeah, I told them they're coming. How do you know?
Was butt naked in my bed on Clubhouse telling them niggas that it was coming. It was me.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro.
I'm going to turn myself in to see what's going on. They talking about I'm a fugitive. So they just raided all my houses. 600 was actually with the police when they raided my house. And he's actually got video and footage of it. So y'all know what y'all dealing with. And I just want to say this to y'all. When they raided my houses and my property, it was asking about Wack. Wack, loose cannon, 600, and his internet stuff. All of y'all filed. All y'all who be sending shit around the internet, all y'all who be promoting and listening to what these niggas saying, all y'all giving these likes and hidden likes, all y'all supporting this. All y'all guilty of this fuck shit. If you had something against a black man, you should handle it with a black man in the streets. Wack said 100 times he was gonna take my contract.
With the black man. This is the nigga supposed to be trying to tell niggas to get out the gang.
Not be in gangs,
the
right?
Nigga, when Nipsey Hussle died, this nigga was laughing, but it's all get
seriously.
out the gangs, huh, bro? Like, fuck out of here, bro.
Coming to see this black man in the street.
That 20 years is gonna be a life sentence for you, King.
I feel like he, just like Wack and Brick Baby and all them, I feel like they wanted to feel a little bit of that clout. They wanted to have their gang shit legitimized by this freaking pasty demon and his clout, you know, like, And that shit blew up in their face the same way Keefe D wanted some clout because all the homies that were involved died and he was the last one standing. He wanted to take the clout. And you know what? You got what you asked for, bruh. But I would have appreciated him more if he would have just owned up and was like, yeah, bruh, I fell for the same trap y'all did. I'm over here trying to be a social media star. Now I'm cased up. But just know that Wack shit, all that shit, not safe. Not safe. And if Adam was smart, he would just cut all that shit off.
Yeah, you better
Something's
hope that
gonna
DA
happen,
don't
bruh.
open that fucking case back up because that 20 is gonna get significantly enhanced if they can. Like, bro, you're cooked, bro. But
yeah, the FBI went to the city 3 days in a row and told the city they didn't want nobody to give me no more money. They went to all the different celebrities and told all the different celebrities, don't give me no money, don't help me, don't do nothing for me. They going around scaring and intimidating everybody. But y'all sitting it around getting people in trouble. Like y'all don't understand what the FBI do to black men who try to help their community.
Sir.
I ain't been nothing but a help to our community. But I guess it is what it is. This the price of being black and trying to help somebody, trying to help.
Sir, you can't take millions or hundreds of thousands from the government and then go do something quote unquote bad, because then they know that's free reign to get that money back.
Yeah.
And they can put it back into their shit.
And you know what you really shouldn't do? Go say that you're about to not do something and try to prevent something and then go actively do the same thing that you said you was going to try to prevent on the biggest gangbanging podcast.
Your community and do what you can. You're just guilty.
It's literally
because somebody else don't like it, they go on the internet and do what the fuck they want to. Y'all gonna promote it.
Come on now.
It's crazy. But I'm going to go turn myself in though. Because I ain't did nothing. This fact is, man.
I ain't did nothing.
They went to my house, kicked my houses in, bust my doors down, bust my windows. They calling my son at his football practice, threatening him. You know what I mean? These dudes tagging him. What kind of shit is this? But y'all gonna be rolling with these dudes. And I got this last thing to say. Wack said he's gonna destroy developing option, right? So who gonna replace developing option? Which one of you fuck niggas in the 60s gonna call yourself coming in? Because whoever try to come in, y'all the ones that's working with Wack. Believe that. So remove me to get me out the way for somebody else to come in who gonna cooperate. That's what the play is.
In the words of Wack 100, and I don't agree with this, is like a dumb analogy, but he did say this out his mouth. When you get bit by a snake, you suck the venom out, then you kill the snake. I think he's not trying to take your spot. I feel like he just wanted to eliminate him.
That's fair.
He just wanted him out.
Because he showed him his truth. He showed him that he wasn't safe.
Right.
And honestly,
caught your ass slipping.
He did. And you talking about he told everybody to not work with you, took your money. That's how you kill the enemy, nigga. You starve their ass, bro. You got. And at the end of the day, you know he gonna flip, bro. He gonna tell on somebody.
Yep.
He ain't gonna bro.
I say Wack has always given me Charleston White vibes.
No, I'm talking about Big U. I highly doubt that he gonna take the full brunt.
Yeah, I think he's probably gonna take people down with him.
Of course.
For sure.
Of course he is.
But I think he just is more on some like, because like you said, it's different. Well, same but different. When you're already locked up, you're in the inside trying to lesser your charge.
Right.
Then when you're somebody on the outside who is doing like chameleon gymnastics, wearing wires, cool with some people, cool with others, 2 phones, you got recording devices, thumb drives.
When you got Adam 22, you don't even need wires.
That's what I'm saying.
And who's Wack 100's best
I
friend?
recorded a phone call the other day. Like, what the fuck?
I wouldn't be surprised if Wack strategically had that nigga brought up there on some peace mode shit to get him
Because he was
to
literally there 3 days ago. And then the next day, boom.
Because what would the feds do if the feds were watching No Jumper like they were? Hey, bro, we need you to get him up there one more time and ask him these questions. Lead him on. Like, bro, these niggas not slick, bro.
Shit crazy.
Several breaking news stories at this hour. We begin with that South LA man who the feds say used taxpayer money and donations to fund gang activities. In the past hour, we've learned that Eugene Henley Jr. and Brian Mejia were taken into custody. Henley Jr. is a longtime leader of the Rolling 60s Crips, according to the FBI. But in recent years, he worked in entertainment and ran a youth charity that the acting U.S. attorney now says was a front for his criminal enterprise. NBC4's Camilla Rambaldi live in downtown L.A. with the very latest developments on this. Camilla?
PPP loan?
Now, hi, Colleen. 19
No, I feel like he did the same thing that like churches be doing, or like people will pretend to like have a church and then they'll get like tax breaks and stuff.
No,
I feel like he was
I'm
lying.
saying, do you think he got one too?
Do you think he got a PPP loan?
Because that would have pissed them off too.
Maybe. You can just add that on the cherry on top.
But you know, some things are a trickle down effect. For a lot of niggas, that PPP loan was the beginning of the end, because that's the shit.
If he
that
did
got them
get
niggas
one, he would
at
be
you.
qualified for multi-millions. So.
In total in connection to this criminal enterprise. At least 2 of them appeared in federal court earlier today. And now, as you mentioned, Eugene Henley and another fugitive are now in custody tonight in connection to this case. A known community activist and founder of a youth nonprofit in South LA, now facing federal charges.
A career criminal known as Big U.
Eugene Henley is accused of being a longtime leader of the Rolling 60s Crips street gang. Federal prosecutors say Henley ran a criminal enterprise and is accused of a number of crimes, including racketeering, human trafficking, fraud, and the 2021 murder of a musician.
He has maintained the image of an entertainment industry entrepreneur running a music label, and of somebody who gives back to the community here in Los Angeles. The facts alleged in the complaint paint a very different picture. It is one of a murderer, a thief, a liar.
Federal authorities say there are other alleged gang members facing charges they say are connected to the criminal enterprise. A number of arrests were made this week. These sketches show 2 defendants, Sylvester Robinson and Mark Martin, in federal court Wednesday afternoon.
4 of the 19 defendants were already in custody, and 10 defendants were taken into custody in the last 24 hours.
Court documents also state Henley fraudulently obtained funding from the city of Los Angeles through the Gang Reduction Youth Development Foundation. Henley was the founder behind the nonprofit Developing Options that helps support at-risk youth.
Mr. Henley duped the county of Los Angeles by running a nonprofit named Developing Options, which was set up to pull youth out of the gang life and promote anti-gang solutions. Yet Mr. Henley continued to personally orchestrate violent gang activity that impact our communities.
Court documents.
So what did you do? Just be like, hey, not DeAndre though. Don't jump him in. He's in my program. Like, what the fuck, bro?
You know, and then secretly, DeAndre, we gonna get you. You still in. Just don't talk about it.
Yeah, we just gonna have you be like our accountants, our treasurer. Go to school. Get right. We need lawyers.
Do you know really what the kicker is, guys?
What?
Come in, guys. I want to tell you something. Come closer. Come closer. Once these niggas blow up and be football stars, 10%, 20%. Extortion.
But allegedly, once you become the football star and you do something this man don't like,
your ass is grass.
Yep.
Or Wack 100 is gonna pull out the thumb drive, a nigga with a finger in your butt
Stick up your
somehow.
butt.
Because Wack always has sex tapes and gay stuff of other black men.
Just casually, right? You want to talk about protecting black men?
State Henley had drawn hundreds of thousands of dollars for his own use.
Mr. Henley is accused of embezzling donations made by celebrities, professional athletes, and businesses to his charity.
Federal prosecutors say Henley could face a 20-year prison sentence if convicted on the racketeering charges.
If you really want to be a CEO, want to be an entrepreneur.
So the crazy thing
That's
is,
not a good ad for this.
They keep saying 20 years. He could get 20 years. But, nigga, if they pin that body on you, nigga.
No, I know.
If they could really pin that body on you.
Man. I was trying to find if y'all saw when the white dude was talking in that press conference, they name drop. Well, they didn't name drop. I didn't look at the paperwork, so I don't know. They may have in there, but they mentioned like a lot of these gang members were on a podcast, and it made it easier for us to sift through. I wouldn't be surprised. That's why I'm like, bro, you can sit up here and act like you ain't in it all you want.
They said that you can get up to 20 years per person just for being involved. So even if they be like, oh, Adam, bro, we seen you throwing up the gang and politicking 20 years.
Flacco, you throwing up freaking gang.
Flacco was definitely throwing up the set. But, hey, get this. With life sentences possible in cases involving serious crimes such as murder.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, if they pin that shit on you, no pun intended, you're cooked, bro.
Nah, dead ass. Y'all gotta watch this one in your spare time. It's about 17 minutes long. But yeah, they be like, yeah, if it wasn't for the podcast, man, the podcast made our job real easy.
Why, you might ask?
Because you got shit like this on here.
Ain't no party like a Diddy party.
And Adam be throwing all the Diddy parties.
The TV show, like a while back, right? and I'm on a phone. He FaceTime me. So he FaceTime me and stuff like that. He was like, Nipsey just got killed. I'm like, sick, so I didn't hear that. So I hang up with him. I called Nipsey, and I'm like, Nipsey, what's up? He was like, oh, what's up with it?
Nipsey answered.
Nipsey answered. He answered the phone, and I was like, I love you, cuz, or whatever like that.
Did you tell him the call you just got, or you didn't even mention it?
I didn't mention it. And
he don't seem like a messy ass bitch.
No, he seems like a fucking fed.
No, for real. Even his face. Oh, I gotta tell them what he just said. That was crazy. But like Daniel said earlier, they're talking about reopening the Nipsey stuff.
I just saw that on. I'm from California, so niggas posting a lot right now, bro.
Yeah.
And that's the latest and greatest that I just saw. I do not know the validity, but
Big U been on no jumper since 2023. Yeah.
2 years after the alleged homie. And for the last 2 years.
Loose Cannon and Brick Baby's last interview before getting picked.
Was this the one where his pistol showing? It is, ain't it? Is that the gun right there?
The feds picked you
Do you
up
see
too,
that?
Bruh, they tripping.
Or am I tripping?
I don't. You up on numerous occasions, right?
What part?
Lady
what time?
Fino,
Yeah. Okay, so look.
So
we're gonna elaborate and we're gonna respond to that. Yeah. No. Because at the end of the day, it's like this, right? Because when the same time they came and picked your ass up, right? They came and got Big Useless, right? And then, they rolled on me.
Yeah.
So you already know the answer.
I don't know that they wrote on you. I'm telling you. I'm saying
we dealing with this
two separate times. Okay, I hear you. Okay,
my thing is this to both of them.
Okay, so listen.
To both of them. Who did not get rolled up on? Why is that so hard? Who did not?
And why do you all have to have this conversation?
That's what I'm saying in front of the mic.
In front of Agent 16.
And here he go, talking about the feds ain't his fault on the stream. This is literally the day that Brick Baby gets arrested. Brick Baby probably going through withdrawals right now because his white demon lets him do yerkies
2-3 years ago. So
and shout out to
I can talk about it. It's all good
for being like, nah, bro, you're close to this because bro definitely is not trying to take accountability.
2-3 years ago,
like, nah, bro, you pretty close to this.
No, for real, bro. That was definitely you.
Talk about it. It's all good. Exactly. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people think that they did something 2 years ago, and that means that it's gone. But
they're not gonna sacrifice their investigation for any little charge.
Nah, facts. I don't know.
Some slide.
Crazy.
Hey.
But I mean, shit. The best thing we could say is that we still haven't really seen like what they got on Brick or what they got on Loose. So hopefully, maybe
they have something
hopefully it'll be little shit and it's not as big a deal as the murder charge that they put on Big U.
To fucking Adam.
But
this is a RICO. Unless y'all can get these niggas to throw the whole thing out on some YSL shit, get Lil Woody up there, nigga.
Right, bro. You're
20.
fucked.
They handing out fucking Andrew Jacksons in that motherfucker.
You're fucked, bro.
They got Jacksons like fucking Tito, nigga. Like, bro, it's over.
Damn, Big U 59 or some shit.
That's a life sentence, whatever they give him.
More or less, right? That's crazy.
And you know the feds have the highest conviction rate of any.
That is what they say.
They crossing T's and dotting I's.
Young Thug was like the example. Niggas be feed. Now, Adam, let me ask you this: How much do you think how much do you think the podcast played a part in them getting picked up last night? Because it seemed like after Luce and Brick came together, hours later they got arrested. You think the
timing-wise, that is very odd. But they also came together. Why'd they come together? They came together because Luce was mad at Lovejoy and Wack for putting shit out there about Big U. So it's like there was all this shit building up where, like, you know, people were starting to get the idea, oh, they're building the case against Big U, and Luce was mad at, even though he hates Big U, he was mad at...
Why would you give these niggas a place to politic that on camera?
Because even if Adam not the feds, these street dudes get on the internet, bruh, he's platforming them. Like, ask Vlad. Ask Vlad, because if I'm not mistaken, Vlad definitely got pulled in a room about Keefy D. You're going to get pulled in this room, bruh, and because it's a RICO, that's the difference between the Keefy D shit, because all of them are dead.
No,
you could probably get in trouble. That's why I'm like, bro, you might want to just get all these gang members off of here. All the gang members, the pimp. In this clip alone, there are 3 pimps in the room. Like, bro, what are you doing? You need to change your life.
He wants to be involved with everything that is a detriment to African American culture. That's what I was saying in the beginning. And I had to correct myself because niggas, bruh.
Like, serious. That's Adam's theme song.
And he be having these niggas just doing it. And it's like, okay, if you really were the ally that you say you are, you would stop this shit immediately. You would have saw Crip Mac get locked up. And you would have been like, nah, that ain't
Yeah, this is it. Crip Mac is a good dude. He's getting and he's special needs. Like, this is messed up. You know who that did change? Andrew.
It definitely did.
Andrew Callahan was like, I'm not covering games no more. Like, this, I feel so bad. I'm going to make it my business to, like,
get bro
fund him, make sure his family right, his mom's okay. Like, this shit didn't change Adam.
No. This thing, and this is what I was about to say. Another key difference between this and Keefe, this would have been like if after Tupac got killed, somebody was like, yo, Keefe D and y'all Crip niggas, they just snatched, they're looking into this dude. Y'all come on here and talk about it. Or fuck it. Y'all want to talk about it? Let's talk about it.
Let's go on TRL and talk about that.
Let's come talk on the stream. Let's chalk it up. Let's see what's going on.
What the heck? He is a culture vulture. This is a clip. So if y'all on YouTube want to see more Adam evidence, because we got him over here even talking about, because this little highlights dragging.
He's not just a culture vulture. People use this term too loosely. What you're witnessing,
he's an infiltrator.
He is a real deal.
He's
agent
cancer.
Of chaos.
Seriously.
That's what
I see a lot of people saying that 22 is the reason why Brick got caught up.
Where did this black come from, bro?
22. You know what I do?
It comes out every time somebody fucks his wife or does some
put them on the podcast, give them jobs, help them make legal money. A lot of the shit that people are getting caught up for is shit, especially with Brick. It's like, I'm not seeing anything that says anything about stuff that he's done in the last 2 years since he's been fucking with us, right? So
you've been congregating. What?
I do employ people.
I just want to say, shout out to the sheriff.
Shout out to
you
the
keep
sheriff.
covering that. Shout out to the sheriff. keep letting them know what those no jumper goons are doing.
Nah, for real. And I'm expecting another spanking video from the sheriff. He's gonna make his own individual arrest, I'm sure. We need a good Adam.
The point and shoot RICO.
Yes.
The sheriff's RICO is coming down because they have to know about the 16.
Yeah, because I get it. I get why he wouldn't want to get into like the police side of it. That's not what we want from the sheriff. We want the sheriff to prove to the world just how much the 22 was involved.
You mean the 16 of Nashua?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel good, feeling great, out of state. Even holidays, I'ma feel the safe. If it's on my waist, he ain't got no safe. The base straight, she at least an 8. Tell her slide, beat it like a case. Hunters in your face, and I had to do it 48 months straight.